What up, my fellow computer enthusiasts? We all have our pride and joy, our computers. We customize them and make them better and upgrade them to hopefully do some cool stuff. Our expectations are limited only by our budgets, but nothing matters more than doing whatever we want. Now, it doesn't matter what your computer build is, what matters is that you build it. But we all want to know how we stack against the competition, or we just want to get a metric for our computer build. For all of you, I am making this video. So we all know what benchmarking tools are out there. We will cover some highly used benchmarking tools to get your gear measured. Now, it is extremely useful to benchmark our computers. Reason is we know how we operate and if our components are keeping up the way they are supposed to. In today's video, we will cover benchmarking tools that will test our graphics cards, our CPUs, and also our systems in general. We will get scores and we will learn, which is just as important. If you want to learn something useful, stick around so you can perform the same benchmarks at home. Let's get rolling. Okay, now in our computer, we're going to be getting the first tool, and that's going to be Cinebench R23. And if you're wondering how we get Cinebench, you can just go to the Microsoft Store and get a Cinebench R23. You'll see this app, Cinebench, and then get. You can open it from here or search it on your search bar. Accept the license, and now you're on Cinebench R23. Basically, this program is going to allow you to test your CPU, and you're going to be able to see the multi-core and single-core tests here. You have a couple stuff here, advanced benchmarking. You can do a duration of a test, 10, 30 minutes, and it shows you here some of the specifications for your CPU in this case. And if you want to check other stuff, preferences, you can see other stuff here. And once you're ready to perform a test, let's start with this single core and we'll see what we get. Okay, and we have our first score, and this is a single core test, and it tells you how it compares to other systems, right? This is the one I have, i9-12900K, and I got a score of 1757. Then you can see the other ones here that are under it. i7, i9, 9880, and other stuff here. Now let's do a multi-core. We just click here on start, and it'll begin. As you can see, this one is a lot faster. Okay, and we got 25,297. We can see here how it stacks up against other CPUs here. Okay, so if you want to find the scores for Cinebench R23, you can go here to benchmarks, CPU, Cinebench, multi-core. Basically, you'll be able to see all the scores and how your CPU stacks up with the other ones. This is mine, the Intel Core i9-12900K. I'm supposed to be getting near 27,000, right? I got almost 26,000, but I'm running some stuff on the background, so maybe that is limiting some of the score, but it's pretty close to that. You can see how the other ones perform in multi-core tests. So if you want to do, or you want to get a better CPU, I mean, there's plenty of options there for you. And this is the website, cpumonkey.com, if you want to check it out. Now, there is a Cinebench 2024 that also tests your graphics card. Cinebench 2024, which is pretty similar to this one with the buttons, but it's called 2024, and you can test your graphics card. So let's click here. Okay, so you go to Cinebench and products, it's down here. Then you click the down arrow. You got to find the download from Maxon, and you can download Cinebench 2024, and you can run a test on your GPU. And let's check it out real quick. Then we're going to open up a file explorer. Okay, we go to our downloads folder. Make sure our download is complete. We do extract all. Okay, and we have our folder here. And if we want to run Cinebench, we're going to install it. Just know it's a large file, so the download is going to take a little while. And I'll talk about some of the difference in a second. Okay, we're going to click accept. Just make sure if you are using that one, exit out of the other Cinebench. And you can see here it has more options, right? It says 2024 instead of R23. Difference here, you're going to see different numbers in multi-core and single core. And you are going to have this GPU test as well. And you can see here your GPU, processor, and other stuff. So just know that you're going to see different metrics. Use whichever one you prefer. Still, you're going to be able to see the difference between other components and yours. And let's check out the GPU score. Okay, and this is my score, 10,966 points for my GPU, and you can see the score here, and it's over these ones. Not still yet, I gotta find a website where people are posting their benchmarks, but this is what I have, and I'm not gonna do CPU multi or single core because I already did it on R23, but if you want to download either one, just know this one is going to be a little bit lengthier process because it's a larger file and it has a GPU. But R23 is just going to be for your CPU multi a single core. This one has the GPU. So these are good benchmarks to see how your components are operating compared to others, or if you just want to see how you stack up against other people. Okay, so we're going to go to Google and we're going to look for ForMark. Basically, this is another, well, this is more like a stress test for your GPU, and it's good to see how it's operating. And we're going to go to ForMark webpage and we're going to download. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to download the newest one, ForMark 2. And I have here Win64 SIP or setup. You can download either one. I guess I'm going to download the setup. Now we're going to click download and we're going to see here ForMark setup executable. Okay, you have here a couple things for data integrity. If you want to check, make sure you're downloading the correct file. And we're going to go here. I'm going to start installing it. I accept the agreement, and you can see here setup. And I'm going to leave it like that. I want to install it. Next, and finish. You can close out of this one, and then you're going to see here Geeks 3D ForMark 2.9. And basically, I always use the first one, the ForMark 1. This is number 2, so it has more features. I'm going to do a 1920 x 1080. And here I have my graphics card. And we're going to have a ForMark GL test. And you can select other stuff here if you want to, like here, you want to benchmark. And you want to use other GPU data. Basically, these programs allow you to see the details of your graphics card. Okay, so we're going to run the test. And let's check it out here. We'll see 126 FPS at 1920 x 1080. Minimum max, average 124. And you see here, the temperature is going to start moving up. Okay, GPU temp as of right now. GPU hotspot, GPU usage is at 97%. VRAM temp. So it shows you a lot more metrics than ForMark 1. It seems to be a little bit more advanced. What you can do is you can run it for a while and see how your computer operates. If you want to see that your GPU is working right, you can run a stress test and let it run for a while to see that you get no errors or maybe your computer freezing or something. You can see all the details it gives you here. So run it however much time, like do 10, 20, 30 minutes, depending on your computer resources. I'm doing a 1920 x 1080 because I have a 3080 and I have, this is what I mostly game on, which I want to game now in 1440, but it's going to take me a while to buy that monitor with the current cost of OLED monitors. And I can start hearing my GPU and my computer fans running faster because of the stress test right now. So this is a pretty cool program, and just play with it and use it and check everything out. That way you know how to use it and how to benchmark and test your GPU. And when you're done, just exit out of here, and you can see here the metrics of your GPU. You don't have to be running the test to see the metrics. And I don't know if you see here, you can see the temperatures, they're starting to drop because it's the test has basically ended. And it's pretty cool that it has a monitor here as well, without having to run the benchmark. But let's say you want to do a benchmark also, you have here the option to do the benchmark. But this is basically what I'm going to do because I wanted to show you guys basically stress testing my computer a little bit. A lot of people use ForMark. It's a pretty good program, and you can see here it has the multitude of other tests. But if you have more capable system, you can run more serious tests here. Okay, another stress tester benchmark tool is going to be, this is our third tool. Basically, you go to Google and type Heaven GPU stress test, and you're going to see here Unigine benchmarks and Heaven benchmark. And you're going to go here, click. And this is the main page, but you have different benchmarks. And here, if you want to use another one, but Heaven is widely used out there. There's a free download. You can see the different downloads you can do if you want to do a torrent or whatnot. But I see it's only 247 megabytes, so I'm going to download it from here, Windows, and it's been downloaded. Now we're going to go into our downloads folder. You're going to see this executable. We're going to accept the agreement. We're going to do next, 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 and install. Finish. Now, if you want to open it up, you can go into your computer and type Heaven, and you're going to see it opens up. I'm going to do agree. Okay, so this is the Heaven benchmarking tool, a stress tester. Basically, you're going to be able to allow your GPU to be stress tested and benchmarked to see how it stacks up with other components. And you can see here all the presets, and I'm just going to leave most of these default because it's good for me. And whenever you're ready, you just click run in here, and it's going to start doing it's going to start running the video. But whenever you want to benchmark, press F9 or just click here, benchmark. And look at that, it's saying benchmarking on the screen. So if you see benchmarking on the screen, it means that it's benchmarking the system to see how it stacks up with so it can give us like a metric or a score. If you don't see benchmark it, it's just going to run this loop of the video at once and twice and three. So just know that because it's a question that gets asked out there. And I think it's a pretty cool application because you can see the video and the effects, and it's kind of cool, I think. It even has music if you want to watch it, or if you just want to leave it running on the background and go do something else and come back later. Okay, so we have the benchmark scores, FPS 359, a score 9055, minimum FPS and max FPS, it says here. And when you close, then we have to quit up here. Okay, and if we come to the website unigine.com, we see benchmarks here, and we're going to be able to click here, and you see the leaderboards, right? And you'll see here the different systems and their scores. You can see here 5090 and 14900 KF got 38,000, so it's pretty far up compared to my 9055. So let's try to find one closer to mine. Okay, so I found a 3080 with the lowest score here. Let's see, 10,341, and you can probably tweak some stuff so that it can get a higher score. But as you can see, it's not too far away. There's some 3080s performing decently well. You can see with the different processors how it performs with certain processors and the same card and other stuff. But it's a pretty good benchmark to see how your GPU is running with the CPU combination. But if you want to download it just like this, it's a recommended program here, Unigine Heaven. And here you have all the if I would have put extreme, it would have been more closer to the 1080 test that they have there. But I put custom, and it still comes close. I know there's some 3080 scoring a little bit better than mine, but this is just for showing purposes for you guys to be able to see Unigine Heaven. And another one is 3D Mark. You can get that from Steam. Okay, so basically you go to 3D Mark, and they have a demo version. Okay, I have here 3D Mark demo version downloaded. Install it. So it's kind of like Heaven, you can see here. So it has like a video, and it's going to give you a benchmark score as well. It's going to stress test your system. So this one is also popular, and you can buy it or use the demo. I'm going to use the demo today because I don't want to buy it. Okay, so this is a 3D Mark. This is the home screen. And you can see here, you can run this Steel Nomad test. You have to upgrade for some other tests as well. You can see your system, CPU, GPU, storage, more benchmarks. Okay, so let's run this one. Okay, so we have here the Steel Nomad stress test. And I got a 3591. My score, the average score is 4,422. And the best is 4,976. You have other ones here, benchmarks, depending on what you're trying to check for. So you can see here benchmarking for gaming PCs, ray tracing test for lightweight devices, DirectX 12 benchmark for gaming PC. So whatever test you want to run on the system, I mean, there's a bunch of ones you can do here. And here, You can check if you want to do more like a 1440, a higher resolution. Like here, you can see higher resolution. They're locked out. If you want to do a 1080 test, you can use any of these. Let's see. I'm going to do a night rate, and I'm just going to run it, see how long it takes. Okay, so the score I got is 63,221. Average is 79, best 93. And then you can see here, run again, load, save, compare results online. Let's see if we see something there. Okay, now we're here, 63,000 with NVIDIA, 3080, and i9 12,000. So it says better than 86% of all results. So I guess that's a pretty decent score, 86%, better than 86% of all results. So it tells you how your computer stacks up against others. Okay, and that's some ways that you can check your scores and compare them to see how you. I think it's kind of cool that I know that I'm 86% better than a lot of the results. So that's pretty cool. So we're gonna exit out of here. We run our test and just download it and start playing with it. If you want to get the paid version, it has more features, but for me, this is more than enough. I think it's like $30-something. So we're done with this. Okay, and basically, we reviewed Cinebench R23 2024, 4Mark, 3D Mark, and Heaven. Basically, if you want to stress test your system to see how it stacks up with others, or you just want to see how it operates, these tests are amazing at doing that. So definitely don't be discouraged by the installation process or stuff like that. You can always uninstall it, but these are pretty great tools for diagnosing your system as well. If you enjoyed the video, let me know. If you're having problems with a specific program, also let me know. That way maybe I can help you how to navigate or configure something. But depending on your graphics card and your resolution and everything else, you're going to be setting up stuff differently than mine. So don't be afraid of testing these tools out. Just do it and see what you get, and then you can move on. Knowing the scores is going to help a lot, and it's going to remove that itch of wanting to know how it scores against others. So hope you all have a nice day, and I will see you guys on the next video. Take care.